Are you tired of living on autopilot? Are you ready to start embracing your one precious life? Welcome to the Wake Up to Your Life podcast. I'm your host, Colleen Odegaard. Thank you for tuning in to episode 31 of the Wake Up to Your Life podcast, talking about making decisions. I want you to make a decision about being decisive, becoming a more decisive person. So let me ask you this. Do you have a hard time making decisions? Is it a tough thing for you to do? Do you waffle back and forth? Do you catch yourself saying, I don't know what to do. I'm so confused. Maybe you take a poll. And by taking a poll, I mean asking all the peoples around you what they think you should do about something. I get this. I do this. I've done it many times. And I see this with my clients, my life coaching clients, even my video coaching clients. In addition to being a life coach, I'm a video and media coach. And my video clients go through this. You know, what should I do? Should I talk about this or should I talk about this? I don't know what to say in my video. I don't know. Should I do this? So I want to talk to you now in this episode about why it is important to become decisive and make decisions and how you can start actually making some decisions and taking action. When you find yourself saying, I'm so confused, I don't know what to do. What happens next? You do nothing. You don't do anything at all, and then you're at the effect of your life and you're living on autopilot. And I don't call this podcast Wake Up to Your Life for nothing, because I don't want you to live on autopilot like I did for so many precious years that I wouldn't say I wasted them, but I really was not living up to my potential, not even close. When you say, I don't know, nothing changes in your life. It's hard to move forward with intention or momentum when you, quote, don't know. So when I was in coaching school, getting my certification to become a life coach, I kept saying, I don't know what my niche is. The instructors would say, you need a niche. You need to clearly define the people who it is that you want to coach. Who are they? How old are they? What are their struggles? What are they going through? And I just kept saying, I don't know who I want to help. And that was a sea of confusion for me right there, which kept me, and saying I don't know, kept me from being very vocal about my business. I'd been certified for months before I even told anybody that I was a life coach. Even prior to that, when I was just thinking about becoming a coach and I was working full-time in my previous position, I spent a long time in TV news. I'm a broadcast journalist, a TV host, or at least I was. And when I was in that, I was thinking about becoming a coach. And I thought about it forever and ever. Forever and ever, amen. Forever and ever, amen. I thought about doing it, but never made the decision. Well, I finally made the decision, but it took me years. Had I just made the decision, yes, I'm going to do it, I'm going to try it, I'd have been doing all this a long time ago. I was just lost in confusion and I don't know, and talking about it. I want you to stop hiding in your confusion. Saying that you're confused, saying, I don't know. It allows you to pretend like you're figuring stuff out, which seems like a very responsible thing to do. I'm really weighing all my options and I'm thinking this through very thoroughly. So that's what it does. It allows you to pretend like you're figuring stuff out. And it seems, like I said, responsible. You know, I don't want to make hasty decisions. I'm so grown up. Look at me. But call yourself out when you're hiding in that land of confusion. I was doing that when I knew that I wanted to coach, but kept thinking, it's going to be hard, or I don't know, maybe I shouldn't. I should just be grateful for the job I have. And, I kept thinking that. I kept talking myself out of it and acting like I was confused. I didn't know which school to go to. Like, boom, you just got to make a decision. Just make the decision. Just pick one. So I'm lovingly calling you out on this. Don't get lost in that sea of confusion. Don't hide out there. Ask yourself, what's at stake if I don't make a decision about this? Making a decision allows you to take some action, and you will receive insight when you take action. So once I finally made the decision, yes, I'm going to be a coach. And then instead of going, I don't know which school to go to, I started researching schools and I picked the one whose website I liked and whose class schedule worked for mine. That's what I did. And then I started talking to people from the school, previous students from the school. And as I did, I received more insight and confirmation that, yes, this is the right place for me to go. That's what I mean. Insight comes when you take action. If you stay there lost in confusion and I don't know land, you won't get any insight. You're just prolonging making your decision. That's all you're doing. Even if you're starting a diet or a workout routine and you're thinking like, oh, do I want to play tennis or do I want to do yoga? And you start polling everybody. Where do you take yoga? Where do you play tennis? Oh, what instructor do you like? Where should I go? Oh, blah, blah. And you just take forever and ever. And then 6 weeks have gone by and you haven't worked out. You haven't done anything because you're, quote, researching and figuring it out. Sometimes you just got to make a decision. Making decisions, being more decisive, helps you learn how to trust yourself and honor yourself when you do this. Making decisions has been good for my faith walk. It's helped me trust God. Remember to trust God. That even if I make a decision and it doesn't have the desired result that I want, that I can trust God in that. It has strengthened my faith, being more decisive. It also makes you a more confident person. You will feel more confident and you'll just start making more decisions. Those friends who you have, if you ask her, hey, where do you want to go? And she says, let's try that new Italian place near the mall and we'll be there at 6:30. She just knows. She just knows what she wants. It's not bossy, but she makes a decision. It's better than, where do you want to go? I don't care. Where do you want to go? What do you feel like eating? I don't know. What do you feel like eating? Blah, blah, blah. And then you go back and forth like that. Ugh. No, make a decision. Make decisions. Okay? Once you make a decision, then you can take action. So those are some of the reasons why it's important to make decisions. Choosing the right real estate professional is important if you're going to buy or sell a home. Bobby Sisk from the Bobby Sisk Homes team at Nestlewood Realty in Charlotte, North Carolina is who I would choose for several reasons. Bobby is a top producer. He cares for his clients wholeheartedly, and he'll make sure the transition goes smoothly. If your house, by the way, has that sort of lived-in look like mine did when Bobby listed mine, he's going to take care of that. He offers staging services too. He is a warehouse full of furniture, accessories, and artwork. He and his team come in and make the house look pristine and beautiful so that you get top dollar when you sell. To find out more about Bobby Sisk from the Bobby Sisk Homes team at Nestlewood Realty, check out bobbysisk.com. That's BOBBYSISK, or follow him on Instagram at Bobby Sisk Homes. A new year is a great time to freshen up your space. Black Lion can help with that. They've got furniture for every room of your home in all different kinds of styles. If you want a new sofa, go to Black Lion and mention Colleen and the Wake Up to Your Life podcast. You'll save $100 off the price of your sofa. Black Lion also has accessories to spruce up any room in your house. Go to blacklion.com, or on Instagram, you can follow them at Black Lion Stores. Okay, so we make decisions so we're not just at the effect of our lives. Now, how to get stronger at actually deciding, making those decisions. Start with small things, tiny things, and be decisive about them. Do I want steak or salmon? I want salmon. Look at me making decisions. Look at me go. I'm deciding to put on my workout clothes and take a 10-minute walk around the block. Maybe the next time someone asks you, what movie do you want to watch? Don't say, I don't care. Say, oh, I want to watch a comedy. I want to watch a drama. Make a decision and notice yourself making decisions, because the truth is you make decisions every day, all the day long. You just don't even notice sometimes that you're making decisions. If you tell yourself that I am not a decisive person, guess what? You won't be a decisive person. You won't be one if you tell yourself that you're not a decisive person. However, if you start making the case for yourself on how you make decisions and you make good decisions and you can trust yourself, you'll start getting better and better at this. Okay, so start with small things where maybe there's not a lot at stake and watch yourself making decisions and acknowledge yourself for it. Okay, another thing to help you make decisions, ask yourself some good, high quality questions. A question like, would doing this thing make me more of who I want to be? Does this make me more of who I want to be? Does this get me closer to my goals? Is this in line with my values? You can ask yourself questions like that. I really like the question, would doing this make me more of who I want to be? That can really help you to make a decision. You can also ask yourself, what am I afraid of? What am I afraid of? This one you have to play out a little bit. So let me show it to you in action. When I was deciding whether I should quit my TV job, which I did quit 2 months ago, but I struggled with the do I quit for a while. And I kept telling myself, I don't know. I kind of want to give coaching a try, go all in with coaching, but I don't know. I mean, this TV thing, maybe I shouldn't. It's a regular steady paycheck and I know what's expected of me and I know how to do this. And I thought, what is going on? Why can't I make a decision about this? I asked myself, what am I afraid of? And then I answered myself. I said, self, I'm afraid of failing. I'm afraid my business will be a stinker. And then I thought, okay, what's the worst case scenario? And I thought, okay, if I go all in with my business and I really put myself out there and I don't get any clients and I don't make any money, I have zero impact and I can't help anyone. That would be the worst case scenario. And then I asked myself, okay, so let's say that happened. Let's play that out. Let's say that happened. I thought, then what would I do? I thought, well, then I would go get another job. That is what I would do. It helps sometimes to go to that worst case place, right? Play it out. Okay, I'll go get another job. I've had a job since I was 15 years old. I'm highly employable. I'll figure it out, right? So ask yourself good, high quality questions. Another thing you can do to help you make decisions if you have a hard time being decisive, try a decision on for size. Meaning, live for a few days as if you've made the decision. I'm going to that school. I'm joining that program. I'm quitting my job. We're selling the house. Try it on, pretend like you've made that decision and live with that for a few days and see how it feels. Then you can do the reverse too. We're staying in the house. I'm going to go to this other school. I'm not quitting my job, and see how that feels. This may provide you with some clarity. It might not work, but it might. It's worked for me before, doing that little exercise. Can tell you a lot about yourself. What I really want for you, though, my friend, is to stop hiding out in that confusion land, to keep from feeling discomfort or fear. It might feel easier to you to say that you don't know what to do than to feel the discomfort of a decision. Because a lot of times a decision leads to some upheaval, some changes that have to be made. And it's not going to feel comfortable. It most likely will be uncomfortable. We don't get out unscathed, The point of our lives isn't to always feel comfortable and happy and that everything's so easy. Sometimes it is going to be challenging, and you're up for the task. You totally have what it takes. Another thing I do when I have to make a decision is to pray. I love to pray. And I know you might not know where you stand with the whole God thing, but I will tell you that I pray. And even at times when I pray, I get lost in that. I go, okay, I think that God is telling me this, but is that really God's will or is it my will? I don't know. I don't know the difference. And then I just make a decision anyway. I try to make the best decision that I can, given all the circumstances. And I just go for it and take action. And as I said earlier, when you take action, you'll know more. The insight will come. Otherwise, 6 months go by, 12 months go by, another year goes by, and nothing will be any different. By the way, when I pray and when I say I seek for God's wisdom, I don't hear from God like some people say, oh, God told me this. I'm like, well, I wish God would speak to me in a clear voice, because I don't hear like this big, Colleen, this is what you should do. You should quit your job. And that's not what is happening for me. It's that's still quiet, sort of a knowing, a true knowing of something. That's how I experience it. We need to grow. We need to grow and expand and learn and try new things. Don't you feel good when that is happening for you? I love it. It makes me feel alive. There was a long time when I was just kind of existing and coasting in all areas of my life, in my parenting, in my marriage, in my friendships, definitely in my work, for sure in my work, with my health, everything. I'm just kind of getting up and going through the motions every day. Got to make some decisions and take some action. Be decisive, because it helps to move you forward and to take action and to be more confident and to trust God and to trust yourself and not spend years waffling, living on autopilot. And to make decisions, remember, start small. Notice yourself making decisions about what to wear, what to watch. Do I take the interstate? Do I take the back roads? Ask yourself good, high quality questions. Does this thing make me more of who I want to be? What am I afraid of? And then play it out. Try on a decision for a few days and see how it fits. Then reverse it and then see how that fits. It might help you. Make a decision and don't be double-minded. Okay, don't keep going back to square one. Don't make the decision and then go, oh, I don't know, maybe it's the wrong decision. Remember, make the decision that's going to propel you forward to take the action. And as you take action, insight will come. As you take the action, and if you go, whoa, this program really isn't what I thought it was going to be, or this school, it's really not a fit, or this job, this doesn't suit me, you'll get the insight, then you can course correct. Okay? You know what you want to do. You know what to do. You do. You know it. Get still and quiet. Search for the answers. They are in you. Okay? Make decisions. If you need help with this, send me an email, Colleen@wakeuptoyourlife.net. Or you can follow me on Instagram at Colleen_Odegaard. It's in the show notes. Send me a DM on Instagram if that's easier for you. Make a decision about that. If you want this year of your life to be different, go for it. Go for it. I'm here for you, my friend. I'm here for you. All right. I'm totally rooting for you. Make some decisions this week. Thanks for listening to the Wake Up to Your Life podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, take a moment to subscribe for free on your favorite podcast platform. And while you're there, would you do me a favor and give this show a rating and leave a review? Doing so helps other people to find this show. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram at Colleen_Odegaard. That's at Colleen_ODEGAARD. And if you're interested in learning more about my coaching programs, check out my website, wakeuptoyourlife.net. That's it for now. Talk to you soon.